We are in New York City and we're going to show you the fun things you can do here.
Our first stop is the American Museum of Natural History.
With the My City Pass, you can visit 5 attractions in New York City, and this is one of them.
First, we're in the North American Mammals exhibit. The moose are fighting. It says moose in combat.
Look at the skunk, it's like dancing.
It's a javelina. This is a collared peccary and I have a stuffed animal of it. It's very cute.
And that is Worlds Beyond Earth in the Planetarium Big Bang Theater. First of all, the effects were really cool because you're like kind of lying at an angle, so it's like you're staring at the night sky. And then when they zoom in and zoom out, it looks so magical. We learned about a lot of the planets in the solar system and also some of the moons that could possibly sustain life.
I really like how you just gotta sit back and relax and learn some info about the planets. Now we're at the Hall of Biodiversity. This one does not have a happy face. Everything in this gallery is larger than life, so this mosquito is 75 times life size.
We're in the Northwest section, so this has all the typical totem poles and stuff that you'll see in the Pacific Northwest, like in Washington or Vancouver. I'm impressed by this canoe because it's so huge and the designs on here are so big.
Now we're in the Hall of Dinosaurs. This is a Dimetrodon. They lived in the, I forgot what period, but the era before the Triassic. The dinosaur with the neck going out of the whole room is actually a Titanosaurus. I didn't know this, but they're actually the biggest sauropod. It is 122 feet long and 46 feet tall. You want to be eaten by dinosaurs? This is the skull of the T-Rex.
We're in the Pacific Island section, which has a lot of native artifacts, and I especially like this one, the octopus and rat carving, and it's the legend of an ungrateful rat and the octopus's revenge.
This is a shark. It's not just an ordinary shark. It has feet. And that is the American Museum of Natural History. My favorite part was the different sections of all the different parts of the world.
And I really enjoyed watching the movie in the planetarium. It was very futuristic. This museum is really big. There's 4 stories. We spent 2 hours here, but you could probably spend more.
On to our next stop.
We're at Billy's Hot Dog Stand by Central Park, and we got 1 hot dog and 1 hot sausage. And our friend here, John Barr, he recommended this stand. He said it's the best hot dog in New York, so we're excited to try it.
I already finished one. This is my first time stepping into Central Park. Did it. It's so good. I devoured mine faster than that. This is my second.
We're ascending the summit of Central Park to the highest point, Summit Rock.
I'm pretty sure I was standing on the rock that marks the highest point in Central Park. It's the highest rock here.
At 142 feet above sea level, this is the highest elevation in Central Park. So that means of everywhere in the park, this is probably where you can get the best view of the Manhattan skyline, even though it's covered by trees. Here's a point of interest in Central Park. It's the obelisk, and we're gonna see what's so significant about it. This is Cleopatra's Needle, so my prediction was right. It's from Egypt, and it's right by the Met too. This is Belvedere Tower. It was built in 1869 as a lookout, and now it's a meteorological observatory. On the western edge of Central Park is Strawberry Fields, which is around the place where John Lennon died. So this is like a place to honor him.
This is the Balto statue, and I'm gonna take a picture with it. There we go. Balto's a dog that brought medicine into Nome, Alaska, and he was quite a hero. We're at the Chess and Checkers building, but sadly, the building's closing, so they won't let me borrow anything.
Our next stop is the Guggenheim Museum. Here's another one of the attractions where you can get in with the City Pass. With the City Pass, you can get entry to the Empire State Building and the Nat. And in addition, you can choose 3 out of 6 more options, and Guggenheim Museum was one of the 6. The exhibit we're checking out today is called Going Dark. We took the elevator up to the 6th floor and we're gonna walk down in a spiral. This museum is just one giant spiral, and it was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright.
This one I actually get. They're camouflaging into the different wallpaper.
Rather scanning a QR code, there's actually many of them. So it says that the QR codes contain links to images, memes, quotes, PDFs, artworks. This one took me to a little poem. For this exhibit, they're gonna lock your phone and you won't be able to get it back until you reach the ground floor. So we're just gonna go in and see what it is. In this one, there's different people wearing different hoods, and the description there says that the point is that they're all anonymous. So this one actually encourages flash photography because in order to see it, you need to flash your light at it. And that way, the viewer becomes an actor in the process of historical recuperation. The museums are always like, no flash photography. Well, this one's like the complete opposite. This one's just about hate. This one, the artist means to show how society renders black people invisible. In this gallery, there's more traditional artwork and paintings. And this one is by Picasso. So the first 2 oil paintings I ever did were a Monet and a Manet. The Monet, I did something like this style with really short strokes.
This painting is by Vincent van Gogh.
This one by Picasso is called Bird on a Tree, and it's more abstract. And that is the Guggenheim Museum.
I really like all the unique paintings. One unique thing about this museum is that in one exhibit you have to lock your phone. That way you can't take any photos or anything. I can't give away what it is, but if you come to this museum, you have to check that out.
In the Going Dark exhibit, my favorite piece of artwork was the one where you had to shine the light to see it. And I also enjoyed seeing the more traditional paintings by like Picasso, Monet, Manet, Van Gogh. That was really nice. Now we're at the Met and we have a few minutes to breeze through a few exhibits. This is a false door. Is this Pharaoh? And that is the Met. We just came in for a very brief time and we saw the Egypt section, the Roman section, and some of the old artworks. This is somewhere that you could spend multiple days though, because I read on Google it's like 2 million square feet. We are at Winter Garden Theater and we're gonna watch our first musical on Broadway, Back to the Future. Thanks to our aunt who wanted our first Broadway experience to be memorable, we're sitting on the 2nd row, so we should have a great view of the stage. And that was Back to the Future, the musical. That was one of the best musicals I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot because First of all, we were really close, so like when the stage had fire or fog, it came to us and we could like smell and feel it and everything. And I enjoyed a lot of the songs, including Johnny Be Good and Power of Love. This theater was actually smaller than I thought, so using the restroom was a little bit of an issue. There was a long line, but other than that, I really enjoyed this show.
This is probably my favorite musical now. It was super funny and it told the storyline perfectly. At the end, I really liked the car flying around, and then also all the special effects were really good. That's it. See you in the next video. Bye.